Hello, my beautiful, beautiful bold babes. So we are back with our second video education series, and this time we are going to be talking about the power of collaboration. And as you know, Bold Babes is a collaboration platform. We are all about providing you a space to match up, hook up, provide other services, trade with other young women in business. So you guys can uplift one another because that is totally part of the Bold Babe story. And we're going to be talking about why collaboration is so freaking important. Okay? It's super important. Okay. So hopefully you guys know me by now, but my name is Champagne Graves and I am the founder of Bold Babes. I am also an ICF professional coach and social entrepreneur. So today our presentation is sponsored by the Bold Babes Resources Directory. The Bold Babes Resource Directory is kind of like Angie's List, but for Bold Babes. We understand what it feels like to go through the grueling process of searching for providers. So we did all the work for you, girl. Our trusted list of providers meet all of our Bold Babes quality and standards, and some of them may even be willing to give you a discount. Go explore our directory to find your new provider today at boldbabes.co. All right, let's get into it. So let's start with our Bold Babes story. If you don't know all of the moving parts or aspects of Bold Babes, it is a lifestyle brand community and platform. So we have the Bold Babes community, which you are watching this video from. It's an online community. We have just moved off of Facebook and moved onto our own platform just to eliminate distractions. Also, we want to give you the opportunity to self-promote. So if we're off Facebook and all of those other platforms, you won't get shadow banned for that. And we have Bold Babes apparel, and 25% of that goes right back into these education programs. Let's see, we have the Bold Babes Radio podcast, and we have Bold Babes events, which there's more coming soon locally to Dallas, and we are making plans as we speak to expand to more cities. So we're super, super excited about that, and crazy open with the possibilities of what Bold Babes as a brand can evolve into. But our mission primarily is to make your life easier as a young woman in business. We want to provide a launching platform for you to get resources, to find community and support, be uplifted, and just make this journey easier as a young entrepreneur, because it is pretty difficult, guys. So we want to be able to provide you the support and community that you need for absolutely free, girl. So if you love this community, if you love everything that we do for you, then consider supporting our monetized programs, which is our apparel. You can contribute to our podcast, or you can make monthly donations through our site. So we are a $0 startup. And what that means is that I'm a bootstrapping queen, and as an entrepreneur, I haven't been in a position yet to start a business and have seed money or someone that is on board as an investor. So I have either had to do things for myself, learn those skills and do it for myself, or I've had to delegate out through collaboration. Okay, so as a $0 startup, what we didn't have was money or staff to delegate out tasks to. But with Bold Babes, we were really lucky because we've had a lot of young women in business invest in the brand and volunteer their time while we're still building our platform and getting our footing. Because Bold Babes just started in July of 2018, so still emerging, still building this Bold Babes vision. So, but what we did have was an emerging community, strong vision, and a strategic plan to reach our goals. And in turn, what we got was businesses to invest in our services and with their services and give us money. So, and then we also had young women invest their time into our community, either be it volunteering or joining the Bull Babes community and collaborating and engaging on those platforms, which is exactly what we want. It's what we're trying to build here. So by you being here on our platform and engaging and watching this video and doing all that amazing stuff, you are helping us build this Bull Babes vision. Okay, so let's get into the nitty-gritty of collaborations and how to approach collaboration meetings. So before you sit down with a potential collaborator, get to know their business model. Search their site, get to know their mission. You as a business owner, you can look at how they monetize things, and that is very important because once when you figure out how they monetize their vision, then you can look at how your business is aligned and how that can help their bottom line. So yeah, take time to learn about their mission and start the process of envisioning your brands aligning with one another on projects. Bring these ideas to your meetings and watch the eyes of said business owner light up with your ideas. I'll give you an amazing example of this. We are about to roll out our mentorship programs in partnership with Business Lounge Dallas, and I'm really super excited about this. Rose Simmons, who is the owner, actually contacted me on Instagram, and we sat down for a collaboration meeting, and she was just really excited about how well put together the mentorship programs were and how well executed it was. And now she has a co-working space, and she offered us that co-working space for our monthly events and for mentorship meetings. So that is so exciting, and I was really excited about that. But before I had even gone to that meeting, I checked out her website. I saw how she monetized things, and I already had a plan in mind as to how I could, help her monetize even more. So we came up with a collaboration for our monthly meetings to be there, and worked out a deal with monetizing those. And so really it was just about us providing value to one another, even though we knew that no money was going to be exchanged at all. So we were really just aligned with one another and making sure that we brought value to one another's visions. And I'm really excited about that partnership. And I believe that I attracted that because I have had a good reputation with collaborating with small businesses in the past, with our launch party and other aspects of Bull Babes. So your focus should be on over-delivering and bringing more value to your collaborator's brand. Okay, this process is not for the selfish at heart, y'all. Ooh, we're gonna go, look, we might drag some folks in this next little section. So don't take offense if I'm calling you out a little bit. It just means you got to work on something, girl. Okay? It's not all about you. Your company is amazing. It's literally the best thing ever. But so is the company of your collaborator, or you wouldn't be checking for them, period. So if you want to keep a long-lasting relationship with anyone who will invest in your brand, make sure that they are being seen and heard in your marketing, and give credit. Let me say that again. Give credit. It takes 2 seconds to tag a picture or include a link on your post. Do that and make sure that you encourage your audience, your community, your tribe to support your collaborator. They're not going to support your collaborator until you direct it. People are kind of weird like that. They have this thing where they think that they're being disloyal to one community if they support another one. So especially if your collaborator is doing something similar to what you're doing, make sure that you're encouraging your audience to go and support them so that they get the most value out of the partnership. Make collaborations easy. Okay, so don't give your collaborator a reason to say no. Time is money, and no one is going to waste their time while you get yourself together, okay? Before sending off any proposals, make sure that your links are working, your systems are in place. So your collaborator has to put little to no effort into sealing the deal with your partnership. Check over our collaboration lists in the next slide to make sure you have everything together before you send off your proposals. So if you're looking at this video before you make an email template or something like that, and speaking of, I'm going to talk about that in a second. Before you make an email template, before you make a program guide, make sure that you look over this checklist and you're thinking about, how would I feel if I got this email and it said XYZ? Would I pull the trigger on that? Make sure that when you're sending that email, before you do, send a test one to maybe your personal email or another email account that you can get into, and go through the process of, if someone had approached you with this collaboration, if you're on the other side, if you're initiating a collaboration, and make sure that your links work. If you want them to hit landing pages, make sure those links work. Make sure your directives are clear, call to actions are clear. When it comes time to pay, don't make that pay button little, make it as big as day, so that you can just be getting your money and you can get right to what is important, which is providing value to that person. So let's start going over this checklist. Okay, have a clear guide, brochure, informational, which states the benefits of the project to your collaborator. So when you're making your program guide, brochure, informational, don't think that you can skirt past numbers. People like numbers, they like them a lot, okay? So make sure that you get a little brief analytics report for your social media channels, for your website. If you throw events, your average event number count. So just things like that, just so that people get an idea of what kind of numbers you're producing and how much conversion partnering up with you will get. So if I don't want to, okay, you guys might know about conversion. So let's just say it again. Conversion is, how many times people are doing what you want them to do with that post. So say I put a Facebook ad out and I want people to join the Bull Babes community, and they really like the video that I attached to the post and they watch the video, but they don't click through to join the community. I had engagement on the post, but I didn't have conversions. So make sure that you are doing everything that you can to let your collaborator know what kind of conversions they'll get with this, and if conversions aren't your big thing, then how much engagement they'll get, and just whatever your strong suit is, play that up, but you will have some numbers, even if you're just starting out. Look at numbers that you have produced by yourself, because I'm pretty sure that if you're in business of some kind, you started off as a lone practitioner, and you had some kind of testimonials, give social proof if you can, all of those things to let people feel calm and, they feel secure working with you because they know your numbers, they know how much their work will convert. And if you have social proof of working with others, collaborating with others in the past, they'll know that you're good for it. Okay, so make contracts electronic. You'll lose so much business trying to get people to sign contracts in person, okay? Unless you're doing events and you're, going there to meet with a venue person, and even then, it's probably better to have your contracts electronic anyways too, because paperwork gets lost so easily nowadays. So do your best to make all of your contracts electronic. Do your best to have your system set up so that when your collaborator, when you send off that first email, they go through a system to already have their contract signed if they want to start working with you right away. Okay, so here's the really important part. Make sure your links work, okay? Check, check, and check again, because if they don't work, it's an immediate credibility ruiner. Okay, so you are a young woman in business. People are already kind of looking at you a little bit funny. You need to make sure you have your stuff together. Check your links. Go through the process of clicking through every single thing that you put out there. Because that one time when you're like, okay, the links work, will be that time when someone emails you back and they're like, okay, well, I was interested in this opportunity, but I can't seem to get through to XYZ. And we've all been through that process of someone emailing us, and then once when we email them back the correct link, we've missed the conversion by that point. So people make decisions really quick. They can really decide if they want to work with you or not, especially if this is a free collaboration and all they would be providing is time, and the timetable is loose and flexible. You've done all your work to make sure that the collaboration will be easy for them. Make sure that the information is easily accessible to them too, okay? Under promise and over deliver. This is super important with collaborations or in business in general. You're working with employees, you're working with volunteers, anybody. It's always a really good practice to under promise and over deliver. Okay, so under promising. When I say under promise, I'm not saying to not deliver value to your collaborator. What I am saying is to have a clear plan in mind of the value you will promise to give, while knowing you will deliver much more than what was previously discussed. So let's see, a good example of this was at our Bull Babes launch party. I promised the venue that we would advertise them on our social channels, shout them out during our speaker panel, and include them in our press releases. Well, we did all of that, and we set them up with their own kind of vendor table, and they were able to get a lot of new emails for their list, which is super valuable, as we all know, as business owners, because especially when you're running an online business, the medium that's going to make the most conversions is that email list. So always make sure that you are under promising when you work with your collaborators, but offering them clear value up front as well. Okay, over deliver. When it's time to deliver, please have a plan in place to exceed what is expected of you. Always have a clear line of communication with your collaborator and keep them updated on the progress of the project often. Always follow up after the project is complete to get notes on their satisfaction with the partnership. Find a way to keep the relationship intact, whether it's as big as immediate plans to work together again, or simply adding that person to your email list. Okay, so clear line of communication. Once when you guys figure out that you're going to be partnering and collaborating, then you need to figure out what your preferred channel of communication is, whether it's Slack, whether it's text messages, whether it's emails, or it's calling each other on the phone. You need to figure out what your preferred channel of communication is, especially if you're doing an event or something like that, so that you can get in touch with one another immediately in case something goes wrong. Okay, following up after a project is complete is so vital, it's crazy. 2 reasons. First of all, you get great constructive feedback if there are areas to improve, and that's always a great way for you to constantly be developing your business model and how you do things. Because don't be afraid to be developing that, or don't be afraid to change up your system a little bit. You are in charge of this thing, and you can always make it flexible, because as soon as your business model is flexible enough to accommodate who you're serving at all times, then it'll automatically grow and evolve, and it won't just be like this huge process where you feel like you're changing something the minute that someone just disagrees. And the second reason why you do that is for social proof. If there wasn't anything and everything was awesome, then they're going to send you an email. They're going to send you something that says, no, everything was great. Set up a survey. If they say on the survey everything was amazing, use that social proof for your next project, or working with another collaborator. Just continue to make sure that you get feedback from whoever you're working with, so that you are continuously establishing that credibility as a great person to partner with on collaborations. And always make sure that you keep in contact with that person. Add them to your email list if you guys don't have immediate plans to work with each other again, and so that they can keep up to date with you and your brand and what you guys are doing. And the minute that they see you doing something else, they know the value you delivered to them before, then they're going to be excited to hop on another opportunity to collaborate with you. Alrighty, so that is the end of that. I am so happy that I got to share a little bit of collaboration knowledge with you. Again, my name is Champagne Graves, and in order to find some information out about me, you can check me out at boldbabes.co. Okay, amazing, beautiful babes. You have a great day. If you have any questions about collaboration, you can post your questions in the Bold Babes community and any of our forums. I'll get back to you, or on Facebook. We still have our Facebook page up and running. So go ahead and hit a little post on there. DM me, or you can email me at boldbabesco@gmail.com. Okay, have an amazing day. I hope all of your collaborations are amazing going forward.